about like our plans too later.
Yeah.
All right, we are
Dun,
live.
dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
still got that somewhere. I need
Dun,
to.
dun, 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 dun. We need to just like put it like literally if I'm going to do the deal like how I did at the end, I'll just make sure I have one of your videos going so then
Right.
it's ready to go, you know.
I think I got that file saved, and what we were talking about, I probably need to find that file. If not, get back on Fiverr, but we'll
And did
talk
you
about that later.
maybe we talked about just real quick that you know some law was passed recently or went into effect about like copyright. It's even stricter. Like the other
Mhm.
day, do you know who Larry Mustache or whatever his name is, Larry Lafferty, old guy? He was
Mhm.
doing a show. Some of the people were saying the other night, and his screen like black, like YouTube, like he played maybe a second. And I'm not sure I ever told you. One night I was doing a work show, and it was like David was watching, and Tommy and Tracy and a few other random people that come in our chats, and they were like, no, don't go, we're working, just eat your dinner. And I said, okay, I'll point the camera towards the TV. So I was watching King of the Hill, and I can't see the laptop. And next thing I know, I kind of eat and I look, and it had shut me down, not necessarily because of King of the Hill, a commercial or something or whatever, you know. So in the chat, one of them had said, hey, they shut you down. So I just restarted it. But like now you could be sued for like shit, it sounds like. So I'm like, I'm going to go find music that's now public domain, you know, or something, and be like, I'm going to play something from the 1920s, you know, or something.
Yeah. Well, that one is public domain. I made sure before
Yeah. Oh, I figured yours is, but I'm like, shit.
Yeah, they're real
I get
sensitive.
it, but you're like, we're not taking your money, you know, like, you know,
Right.
Ron
Well,
Ross.
well, hello, people of the interwebs. We're live today. The theme is scary auction finds. Um, and so let me tell you the story. I won some items at an auction the other day, and I went to pick them up, and I picked up this doll, and the auctioneer, he went to go get it. And he's like, "Man, that is one scary ass doll." And I was like, and I looked at it, and it was pretty creepy. I'll show it to you in a minute. Well, it's on the thumbnail. It's the Ronald McDonald doll. Um, and then I brought it home, and my wife said, told me, or asked me, why are you bringing these haunted items to our house? And it kind of made me think this is a theme of there's several items in the lot of auction items that I won that are kind of creepy. And so I'm kind of curious, guys, if y'all could comment below, what's the creepiest thing you've ever sourced? And I'll give Clay a minute to think about it. And I'd like to hear what are some scary things you sourced. We'll say introductions, and then we'll get into the items. Hey, Scott, glad to see you again. Uh, Marakek, hello. Scott said, I think your idea is great on this morning, Clay, we were talking, and it was my time to talk. I kind of like what we've been talking about. I was kind of talking to Chris about that since my replenishables are doing so great, I'm spending a lot of time shipping, which is it's a good problem. And I haven't had time to get all my listings up for the jeans or the clothes. And
Yeah.
I told him how, I mean, we've talked about this, how it makes me feel anxious. I like the listing goals, and if that's all I was doing, I could crank out 40 or 50 a day, I
Yeah.
believe. And so I told him that, just like in Clay and I talk a lot, like I want to do Monday through Friday, 12 hours a day working, and just book it in those hours. Like I don't want to feel bad if I don't hit my listing goals. And so we were talking, that's what Scott's talking about dividing our time. Because basically, Chris, like, well, you got three models. You got replenishables, you got clothing, and also the unique, like some of the items I have today that I'm going to show y'all, the scary haunted ass items. So kind of got three models. So I'm whatever I get in those 60 hours, maybe a few hours on Saturday if I don't have anything, and I'm going to be okay with that. And I know Scott also does, I think he does a variety. Mr. Skits Underpants, always interesting to have you aboard. People of the planet.
How's it going, Jamie? What is it, Jamie? Like 613 and across the pond, right?
Right. And Scott has a good point. Chill out. We will never be tech. Like tech is one of a kind. Um, I mean, he spent up 250. It's not all him. He does have two helpers, but he did for years 160 listings a day. He's a machine, but I will say that has helped me get faster and it's helped me push myself. So that efficiency will still be productive. All right, let's go ahead and get into the scary auction finds. We'll just start straight with the one on the thumbnail.
See? So real quick, when you showed me that when you picked it up yesterday, I didn't really think it was scary. Then I see the thumbnail and it says scary. And so then it made me then think it was a little creepy. You know what I mean? At first I was like, oh, that's awesome. But it is a little creepy now. But it's so cool.
Yeah, I think when he told me it was creepy, it made me.
Yeah, it's the hollow eyes. Yeah. Or that. Yeah. See, now it is. I was about to say, depending how much it is, I'll buy it from you, but not now with those creepy eyes.
Clay.
You know how Harry has like one of those
we all go down here, Clay.
That could be on the shelf behind you until it sells. In all your videos and lives, put it at the top shelf.
Clay, do you want to buy me? Clay, buy me.
You'll make me a deal that I can't refuse.
I'll make you a deal you won't refuse. Be my daddy.
Be your daddy.
So he's kind of creepy. 1978, and let me see. I paid $10.50 for him. I think I got him listed at $59.99. Let me show you some comps on Mr. Scary Man. Let me share my screen. And I enjoy sourcing these type of things too. I want, and later in the show, Clay and I might talk about our latest things we've been talking about. All right, so can you see the screen, Clay?
Yep.
All right. So here are comps on the 1978 Ronald McDonald. Now I wish it was in the box. Look at this. I think sold for $325 if you had the original box.
Wow. That's a long time for someone to keep a box, even though those have it.
Right. But we know
I mean, I was 5. I'm almost 48. So to keep something just that long and it not be pitched and a box.
And here's the other thing. We know that we find these type of things can be found in storage units and estate sales. Yeah. So who knows? But looking at Snap Seller Tool, they're saying 57% sell through rate, 36. But here's kind of what I'm looking at, the $50 range, 48 plus shipping, the ones without the box. So I paid $10.50 plus tax and fees. I think I was probably in it about $14. You know, I'm not going to be able to retire off of it, but it's a cool, unique piece. It's kind of creepy too. So would y'all source a creepy doll? Inspiration. Yeah, tech is inspiration for sure. Let me hear what Mr. Skits Underpants says. He goes, no, I'm keeping.
You got to read his comments. So
I'm going to keep telling you, I am not from UK. I am from Great Britain. It's 11.
I know. I knew when I said it, I was like, I can't remember is him or Jay that would correct me, you know, whatever.
The whistle works. If he starts blowing this thing,
that would be creepy as.
That would creep me out for real.
Right. You think the mouse is a problem.
Looks like Scott's funny. Looks like Ronald with a COVID mask, right?
Wait till you look at Jamie's next comment. Jamie, that's the funniest thing you've said.
So funny.
That is funny. Jamie is a funny guy.
Jamie is funny and interesting and confusing all at the same time. And by the way, I don't know where Val is. Where's Val?
I know. I'm I was hoping she'd
All right, next, scary finds. Now, my dad was a Marine in Vietnam. And of course, he's told me some scary, or more like disturbing. He's told me some disturbing stories of things he saw in Vietnam, including his best friend that shot in the head right next to him.
Oh,
Yeah. But next scary thing, this could be haunted. This is a Vietnam. Well, and this is Jamie. This is down. I know this is Jamie's niche. It's a Vietnam
yeah.
era helmet liner. It's not the full helmet. It's the liner. I wish it was the helmet and the liner. It's still a pretty cool piece. I paid $7 for this, and it came with like a military canister or something, not like a ammo canister. I don't think that's really worth that much. But like it makes you think, somebody was in Vietnam wearing this thing. Did they come out alive? Am I wearing a helmet liner that could be haunted? So cool thing about auctions is you can look the things up. So let me show you. Oh, let me share the screen. So here are, now look at these Vietnam era. The keywords were Vietnam era M1 helmet liner. And you can see the sell-through rate and the average sell price on these. These are great. Now, most of these do have the helmet and the liner, and I just have the liner. So
you wearing that thing is okay. So now, on a lot of lives, until it sells, you have to have the doll showing, and hold the doll and wear the helmet. That could be your shtick, or something.
Or at least for part of the show. Yeah, I don't know. I looked through these, and just the liner was the high comps on that were around 50, plus shipping. Hey, so
Jamie wants to see the inside of it. He said, "Can I see the inside of it? Is it cork? CORKE?" Since he knows that stuff, he says M1 helmet. Hi, Nikki. How are you, ma'am? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad we know that Jamie's a military guy for the random.
Yeah, that is good to know.
Because I know he does well on toys and stuff.
Right. So there's the inside of it. So scary auction funds. We're not done yet. So we have scary Ronald McDonald that Clay's gonna buy. We have the helmet liner, which we don't know if its owner was killed or not, which is kind of morbid. Rest in peace. And like I said, my dad was a Marine in Vietnam, so I know how serious that is. Catch up on chat, and I'll bring you the most haunted. Scott said it's his ex. Got a lot of exes here.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Jamie.
That's pretty good. Didn't have to really move your mouth. I mean, that was actually like, yeah.
Maybe I can give up reselling. I've already gave up teaching. I can become a ventriloquist. Jamie said he confused himself once. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Long time no see. Nick picked thrift. Yeah, I showed it. Hopefully that helped you. Can I see the side of it? It's corked. I don't know. Here, let me just show you. I don't know. I don't know anything. I've never sourced one. I don't know what corked means. So that's all I know. Kind of like it though. Might keep it.
I like it a lot.
Vietnam era, yeah.
I like it a lot. Get into my belly.
Kind of lost my mind.
Dumb and Dumber and Austin Powers, two great movies.
Right. Well, thanks.
Maybe tonight I should see if Austin Powers. You would think between me having Disney, Hulu, Amazon, and now HBO Max that Austin Powers is on one of those. But watch it be on Netflix, of course. The one I don't have.
What if you were fighting? What if you were fighting in Vietnam and you saw this thing coming across a rice field with a
The
big.
North Vietnamese see that coming.
Give me my hat back, Ronald.
Ho Chi Minh's getting reports of Ronald McDonald. I admit I had to catch myself from doing a bad fake accent right there.
All right, let me show you before I'm gonna save the most haunted for last. By the way, if you help me out, smash the like button. We'll talk after we go over my auction funds. Clay and I will kind of talk about what we're thinking. Now this, I don't think this one's haunted. This is just a really cool find. This is a Grommel. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Grommel and Hobbs, I think. Made in Germany. Number 9, and it's called Getting His Share. The puppy. The puppy wants his cake. Which
At first, I knew it wasn't, but it almost sounded like you said Rommel, and then you're saying it's made in Germany. You're like, Rommel? Is that what he did in his free time?
I don't think this one's haunted, but let me show you the comps on this.
Hi, baby.
And I did pay up for this one. I paid $36 for this. But here's the interesting thing, that when you look at these, like this one went on auction for $100 plus 13 shipping, which is a lot for shipping. None of these have the actual candle. This one went for $95.
What's wrong?
On auction.
There we go.
This one went for $65.
Dang it.
So when you're looking at these prices, and none of these have the actual candle, I'm the only one. I mean, all these sold. Some of these sold way too low. I mean, that's the problem when you go with an auction. Well, that one has a candle. I don't know if that's the right candle. It looks too big, to be honest.
Well, what's up with my camera?
None of the rest had the candles. And high comp. Well, this one's in Australia, and that shipping's ridiculous. But $100, so 113 was shipping. I paid 36. So what? There's a question. What would you list it for if you? I always go on the high end of the comps. What would y'all list this for?
Oh wow!
In fact, it has the candle, and the rest do not.
That's
Y'all tell me what would y'all list this for? It's a Hummel global figurine begging his share. Or what do y'all think I sold it for? Well, I haven't sold it yet. What I listed it for? I did list this today. I didn't list any jeans today, Scott. I feel like a bad boy. Listed no jeans. Jamie says West Germany something figurine, I think. Yep. Hummel. Yep. So got that one in here. That
You're
one
good,
I don't think that one's haunted per se. It could be. On things like that, what I typically do is go really high. Like I just blow up the market. Hope I get lucky. If I don't, I can always drop the price. I always take offers. I got it listed at $249.99, which is probably too high. But mine is the only one with a candle, so it's basically complete. Whereas the others aren't, and one went for 100. All right. Are y'all ready for the last? Well, it's not the last item in the auction I won. I did win some pots and pans that were selling for like $75, and I got them for 10. But my wife wanted those, so we're gonna keep those. But what do you think is the most haunted item in the auction? All right. Jamie sees them all the time in Great Britain. Man, you need to pick those up, Jamie. I'm assuming you're talking about the figurine.
Or are there too many? Maybe is that a?
Well, it had a 38% sell through. 38% sell through right here. So
Okay, yeah, because I was about to say, is that just on our eBay? But no, that's world eBay, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because it pulls up a lot of UK. Like when I'm selling clothes, what I've noticed is funny. Like UK buys things that aren't necessarily in style for us anymore. Like
yeah,
like Polo, Ralph Lauren, over there go crazy. Like some of our jeans that aren't super hot here. I mean, it's kind of interesting looking at the difference. Ooh, Scott. Yeah, hey Scott. You know what? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let me go over my last haunted item, and that's a good transition. A couple of cocktails. You guys should do an auction. Yeah, that would be good. We're actually kicking that around. I think we're going to, and we want to talk about our thoughts on this. But let's get to the last. Can I wear my helmet during the auction?
Man, I need Val here. I'm about to write on a box.
No, where is Val?
I sent her a message on Instagram a second ago, but she hadn't read the one from Christmas, and I just said, not trying to bug you, just hope you're good. Figure you are. We just missed talking to you. I'm gonna watch, if I can, Chad's show tomorrow, because sometimes I watch it just to learn a little bit more about cars, but to see if she's like in the chat even on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's not quite the same with all right, but anyway, moving on. So the next and last item, let me show you a picture of it. So here's the picture.
You have water? Yeah, you got water.
Let me show you a few more pictures.
Oh, that was weird. I like flashed. I was so fast.
If I have too many product pictures, there we go.
Or maybe she's one of the people lurking too. Val can't.
So this dress I saw in the auction, and I won it for only $3.50.
Oh, that's the one you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, it is an Edwardian, and Tech helped me out. I posted this in the Facebook group, and it's from the 1910s. It looks like Edwardian style. It's maybe linen. It's like a real heavy dress with a velvet collar and velvet. I don't know what you call this on the end of the sleeves, and it's also got like a lace collar. And man, the thing is heavy, and it's kind of weird when you get something like this that's from the 19 teens, that's over 100 years old. You know what? At least probably 110 years old.
Yeah.
And I won that for $3.50. So that's totally outside of my wheelhouse. But when you search antique dresses, you can do it by era, 1910s. Of course, it's not like today when we go sourcing. You're not going to find a American Eagle brand or a Levi's. So these are all unique. And so I was just kind of scrolling through here. Of course, the prices on some of these are like ridiculous.
60 years from now, someone's gonna be like, vintage American Eagle or Old Navy, Grandma.
All right. Right on.
If we live, like, I hope to get another, literally, as stupid as it sounds, 60 years out of this and be 108 somehow. I'll have to remember that joke and be like, hey, I've got some Old Navy. And they're like, oh.
You need to read and listen to the podcast Bulletproof. It's not just about weight loss, it's also about longevity. It's really interesting, like anti-aging.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so obviously I can't find my exact one, but it's kind of cool. I listed it. Gosh, what did I list it for? I don't know. I think I went kind of high. I always kind of, when I'm not sure, I don't like to do a lot of auctions. Was I not showing my screen?
No.
Oh
I thought
gosh,
you were looking. I thought you were looking and then gonna find it, or you're gonna show us a picture of. Yeah.
I'm so stupid.
From mom to grandma pants. Yeah, Scott, what did grandma pants? Ugh. Mom butt's one thing. So if mom butt is long like this, what do grandma pants make a butt look like? Just every direction.
Hey, this is a great grandma dress. And here's like the Edwardian styles. Like I can't find one exactly like it, but I mean some of these can go for a lot of money. I don't think mine's one of these super high ends,
But
but
even if just say 45, 50, you know, let's say 45 on the low, 45, 3 to 45. I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
I don't even know if I'd sell it for that right away. I think I listed it. I don't know. I think I listed it like 199.
yeah, might as well go.
Yeah, because it's rare by definition. You're not gonna find a lot of these. And those type of cool pieces, like I've got some really cool vintage antique collectible pieces I've picked up over the past couple of years, and like I'm in no rush to sell those pieces, especially when I'm in it so cheaply. So whatever woman that used to belong to, you know, she wore that dress like 110 years ago.
It's
Like
cool. That's cool.
what was her like? And when you look at the inside, like the fastenings, they're totally foreign. Like I've never seen anything
Yeah.
like it. Oh my gosh, what was that like? So it's kind of cool. You know that's a haunted dress. Like I'm kind of scared to bring that in the house. Like, you know, I've got Ronald, got the haunted helmet and the haunted dress. Like I imagine some woman in New England wearing that, like back in the day. I don't know what she was doing. So what do you think is more haunted, guys? The helmet, the helmet's probably the most likely. That's most likely someone died wearing that thing. The dress, which whoever wore that, most likely is no longer with us. And then Ronald, which I don't think Ronald's probably haunted, but he looks really creepy. All right, so let me catch up on the chat. So Scott's telling us we should do an auction.
Oh, dang it. There we go. Wait,
you think so? You think it would be good? Like, I don't know. I think Clay and I, we kind of have some confidence issues, but I'm willing to try it.
I think and I think together that we do well, you know, whatever.
Right. Well, we first started our first live. Well, it was a live. Our first live was it last April?
No, it's like late January or February. Because I watched it the other day. Part of it, remember I told you, and it was something else.
Yeah, the sell-through rate, I think, was like 45% on those Edwardian dresses. So that's a good sell-through rate. It'll sell. It's just a matter of how much will I get for it. But I'm only in 350. I got that online auctions, by the way, high bid. There are some others out there are pretty good places to source inventory, which I think that's a good transition. So Scott knows this, and Clay knows this for sure, that I think I literally have tried every way to source possible. If I see that clown start moving, I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. If I see that clown start moving, I'll freak out. Like when I first started, garage sales were it, and I still love garage sales. Then did thrift stores, done the Goodwill outlet, which is great too. Thrift stores are good too. I don't know what Clay's laughing at.
I don't, not to go into stuff, but someone's Twitter was permanently banned.
Oh, yeah. Well, by the way, speaking of that,
read what you sow.
I don't want to go into that at all, but
I love it. I just can't help. Look how happy I am. It's so great.
Flipping Sloth owes me $1,000. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. I told him I'd wait till it was
inauguration.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to. I'm gonna keep politics off the show. We were talking about sourcing. Yeah. Okay. Garage sales, thrift stores, Goodwill bins, estate sales, in-person auctions, online auctions, which is where I got this stuff. Storage units. What am I missing? Retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. Like I've done it all, and I'm not like bragging. I'm just I've done it all, and all of it's profitable. And I think that is where I struggle, because you can make money doing any and all of these things, right? And we've been talking a lot in the group about niching down and becoming an expert in one area, which I do think is smart. but I don't know. Like I've been listing jeans for weeks now, and they're great. They're like I sold 9 pair of jeans today. I mean, they do work, Clay. Like those jeans you got,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell. So I don't want to give up on that. And Chris was telling me, hey, what if you just list 10 or 15 a day? And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty solid. Maybe do 10 or 15, and then mix in some other things, which is kind of where I'm at. But Clay and I have been talking, and about a year ago, like I got in storage units.
We did it, well, December or November even of 8. Wait, we're in 21 of 19. Because wasn't it over Christmas break on our second unit? The first unit was there was like 2 suitcases, right? Over in Lake Highlands.
Yeah.
And then we did the unit where we went in together for $55, not what you call the Nike, but the sweatsuit unit, basically. And remember, I came down to your house over Christmas, right? Wasn't it like a bunch of days over Christmas when you and the AC?
For a week.
Yeah, and so that was Christmas, and then you bought like 1 or 2 more or something, and I helped on like the one of the days. But yeah, so like over a year ago, and it was January 30th of last year we did our first show together. I just looked, so almost a year.
And one of them was last January, exactly a year ago, because that was when you helped me with the snow. The snow, and we actually have a video. We have, if you look in the playlist, I think there's a playlist of
like those are videos we should tweak up or play during this, because like we had some funny clips. I thought,
Yeah, you want here? Let me show
find it. I have the very first live one queued up right now, and I'm like, oh my god! It just looking at it, maybe it's not as bad as I think, but
keep in mind, I'm not good at making videos, and that's something that I'd need to work on. That's why I like lives, because editing's not always the funnest. But let me find. Nothing else will tell us when this happened. Let me find it, and then I'll share the screen. We'll watch a little bit. We'll go down to
cold day. The day you went before what? You went on Friday after school, right? And it was like as soon as you could, and it was like, of course, normal weather here, like 70, and then the next day, it was like 30 and snowflakes, and then we dumped all that furniture here at my complex.
Yeah. Yep. Dang, I've got a lot of playlists.
Yeah, you do. And a lot of videos. I had to scroll for a minute to find our very first show. It's funny. We went from like, trying to have like our good background and like, in your kitchen with the living room, and then upstairs. And then when everything shut it down, then all of a sudden we're like, you're in the garage. I'd be sitting in bed or wherever,
Uh-huh. Let me sort by oldest. Okay. Gotta find it. Okay. I think this is a $70 storage unit. All right, so I'm gonna share it. And once again, I'm not a good video maker, but this, and then we're gonna talk about this. But so Clay and I have done this, and let me show you. Now, this unit I'm gonna show you probably made me over the past year, I don't know, at least $5,000, probably somewhere between 5 to 10,000, I would guesstimate. So let me show it to you, and we can narrate and kind of reminisce.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. Oh wait, what pair of shoes is this?
Good morning, treasure hunters out there. This is Brian. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Well, this is it, but
Clay back there.
That's the day I had.
You can hear him. He's getting geared up. It's cold out here in Dallas. We got snowflakes.
But this isn't for Dallas. I don't know if you can see it. But this isn't the one. How do I exit? Escape.
Well, I thought that was the one you talked about. Also,
but there's one that's better. Let me see.
There's also
here it is. Okay.
when you're doing the share screen, hold on, because like it echoes, you know, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay. Here, when you're on share screen, you know,
Yeah.
and you see where it says on the Chrome tab in the bottom left corner, and there's a little box that says share audio. You see that? Check that, and I think that'll take away. I don't understand why it echoes, but I think that's what you have to do. I think if you click that little box, then for us it doesn't echo. For you know, don't.
So there's a mute. Do you see where I'm at? It says mute screen audio.
Or maybe that I'm trying to see. Like it's like a funhouse mirror. It looked like kind of. So I couldn't see.
Mute screen audio.
Maybe that on mine.
Let me try this. All right, let me add it to the screen. All right,
mine
let me play the
share audio. I don't know.
That might be it. So here we go. So tell me.
Let's see. Yeah.
Here we go. Love storage units. Freaking love it, man.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
This is Brian, aka Texas Treasures.
See, it was snowing that day.
And Clay back there, aka Yoga Runner.
Howdy. Oh yeah, Yoga Runner.
That snowflakes. Let me show you. Actually, for Dallas, I don't know if you can see it.
It's weird. It's kind of like.
What do you think about the snow? Pretty cool, right?
I like it. It's not gonna stick, but look at his there. You can see maybe a dot of moisture.
Glitching just a little bit.
What the hell's wrong with y'all?
There it goes.
Man, but we're in Dallas. It's rare to us, so it is cold, but we're enjoying it.
Ooh, the camera's movement's terrible.
Got the U-Haul van, got the Claymobile.
The Claymobile.
Oh yeah, we haven't said that in a while.
Day 3 of calling this on this unit. 2 days, I pulled out like 4 cases of Nikes, new shoes, new headbands, some new clothes with tags yesterday. If you haven't seen it, check out the previous videos. Today's day 3. Today we got to get it cleared out. We do have a lot of junk furniture we got to clear out, but hopefully find some more treasure. So stay with us and let's see if we find some treasure. All right, guys. As you can see, we've cleaned out a lot of the furniture.
Oh, I remember that.
We're gonna load it up in a minute.
All those little like tables.
Found some snuggle. Now comment below if you're looking for a couch. This has your name on it. I'm even.
Here we go.
It smell like dinner.
That couch was so nasty.
Comment below.
And I sat on it, right?
What'd you find over here? I'll get from you. Clay also found
red box, but
Clay was so happy when he found it.
Oh yeah, I think I got one DVD out of it that actually wasn't. Most were scratched up and stuff.
Oh, you know what's interesting? Whoever had this unit, they have another storage unit. It's the same people, and like it's like for over $1,000 bidding.
Oh wow!
In here.
little microwave, one of those portable sinks, you know, where you poke with your foot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wash your hands.
Comment below. Should Clay give up his apartment and move into this type of setup? He'd save money. What do you think, Clay?
Yeah.
Still a good idea.
We can do some good videos together again. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you look comfortable.
Just need some cup of warm tea on this cold, snowy day.
I should need to burn those pants
By the
right
way,
now.
guys, if you subscribe button, if you have, smash the like button, help other viewers find this video, and comment below.
Dang, I was really trying to push interaction there.
Okay, guys. All right, we've unloaded the
Hey.
furniture.
Got to.
We're gonna go ahead and through the rest of this stuff. See if we find any good stuff out here. So, all right, here's a pillow.
Oh, so this is what.
Look at that. It looks worse than the pillow that Lincoln, when he died.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
We had fun that day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean,
This is
yeah, doing a unit, even if it's not always great, with someone is fun.
It is. It's a lot more fun.
And that video we made that was like what, one take of the first unit together.
Uh-huh.
We got was like that was fun and a good video.
These are Bolano.
They're in pretty decent
Yeah, they're in decent shape. They cost.
Those shoes aren't worth a damn, but it's funny. We
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
know.
anything. We're so
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, they look in good shape. And each storage unit tells its story. It is. It's like a puzzle.
I like that. They got a. What does the Bible really teach?
That's so sad.
Paper. So for.
Oh, there we go.
And this
Love
is
nobody on screen.
we thought, and I am not judging when I say this, people did some time, right? Didn't we think that? Or they
Oh,
were
yeah.
maybe in the system currently. But also some of this we thought looked like they had gotten it not the most legal way possibly.
Not sure if you use it.
I still have that in my inventory.
Maybe they say professional hair extensions, original antibacterial. It's the black. I think it's just as cool. Couple of
Looks like a mermaid tail.
Stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Super cool. That'll sell. If you didn't know, Sally Brand Beauty Supply, their stock over the last few years just keep going up because women's makeup and extensions and things here in the U.S.
Got the hot stock pick from Clay.
I know that one. I need to tell my guy, you should look at it out of curiosity to see if it's still a good one. They're a North Texas company, I think, too.
I don't know. Maybe Brian was using the gloves.
All right.
There's a box. Like doctor's gloves that we've worn at the bins. So do we want to go through some of these boxes if they are using this?
Oh, we got to everybody.
Yeah.
All right, that gives a little taste. Let me remove that.
Hello, Kitty.
Oh, it's still playing. Now that was day 3. Day 1, which I think was the video I was showing y'all. Actually, is when I found all the Nikes. There were cases and cases of brand new Nikes in box.
You had taken most of it already. You took some home that day.
Well, let me show you a little bit. Let me show you just a little bit more. I don't know why this is making me happy. And then we're going to talk about our plans, which obviously you could probably kind of infer. Oh, there's our first one. I think maybe it's this one. Oh, let me like the video too.
Looking so pretty. Oh, what do we got here, guys? You know, when your storage not gonna fade apart, guys. All right, guys. Back in the unit, it is beginning to rain outside.
This was before you came.
Yeah. Yeah, on a good weather day.
The recorder propped up, and we're gonna go through here and see what else we can pull out today. All right.
All right, it's kind of boring, but let me.
So, there you go. And we have oh yeah, these were a pair of glasses. This looks like prescription glasses.
All right, let me find the day 1, the one before this, just so people can see what this unit had. Where is it?
It was a big unit. Too easy. Sorry, people had to.
Oh, no, not this one. Hold on. Here we go. It was a big unit. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
No, wait, this is one I just played. I'm so stupid. Oh, gosh.
Oh, I need to look up. Oh, on Sellhound, I'm actually down to 74 listings available. That's less than I thought. That's still a lot.
Sounds like something in there. Oh my goodness. Brand new guy. I love storage. This is a win, guys. This is a win.
Dang, I'm getting pumped up. Let's go do some storage units.
They're doing, auctions
All right.
in person too.
Yeah, I said I haven't been in it yet.
So this is what it looked like.
Open the lock.
Look at that.
And the pictures on this
School
unit,
shirt there and everything.
I got this tip from Wade's Venture. By the way, check out his storage unit class online. And I saw this in one of the pictures, one of the last pictures. What does that look like? Nike boxes. So,
And I didn't know, I hadn't even opened them yet.
Nike shoes inside. So let's take a look. That's the first thing I want to see. We got a box with a radio on it. Looky there, guys. Looky there.
Oh, I thought those were like legit jerseys,
Oh, yeah,
but
jerseys. Yeah.
they're called throwback, and I ain't sold a damn one of them.
Oh, well, we can talk about that. That will go where we've talked about,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
perfect place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody give you get something for it.
I don't know. Yeah, a few even. I mean, but maybe more than a few out there.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like something's in there.
Yeah, even when I came, we kept kind of looking them up, like trying to be like and discussing it. Hey, Marrakesh, who are you, if you don't mind, and where are you? I like knowing who people are. I know I see you in chats. I think I've seen you, Tommy and Tracy, maybe Tesla, Emily Conway, I feel like.
Brand new. Brand new Nike. These are size 4 youth, black and red, or junior, or get sandals. And usually they have
So, yeah, anyway, like this unit, like all these cases are just filled with Nikes. And back behind it, underneath these bags, there's more cases of Nikes. Some are sandals, but there are also shoes.
with Nike, you'll have that
And I paid $100 for this unit.
We got more stuff. We got bags back here, all sorts of stuff. These are the main 2 bucks. Remember, I only spent like $80 on this.
Oh, well, even less than.
All right. Here, I'm going to pause it a second. I'm going to flip the camera around. All right, that way
I get better at making videos though. But anyway, yeah, this was just loaded with Nike. I also had Nike headbands, brand new Nike headbands, thousands of them. And
I've sold a
Such a
few
good
that you
unit.
gave me. You gave me like enough to do the 3 in a bundle, and you gave me like 6 bundles or whatever you want to call it, And I think I've sold 2 or 3 for
yeah, so that's the perfect transition. So yeah, thrift store prices are high. The thing about storage units is it's a bit of a gamble, but like that unit was, I spent $80. I thought I'd spend 100. I spent $80, and it probably made me at least 5,000 over a year. And it took us what? It probably take 3 or 4 hours to clear that unit out from start to finish, maybe 4 or 5.
When I was there, yeah, because we had to get all the big stuff, yeah. And you made several trips.
But I think we're better now. Now you just get the right size. Well, no, I did load up the back of a U-Haul, but regardless, like it's really efficient with storage units. Now, it's not all glamorous because there's a lot of junk and trash, and you got to take stuff to the dump or find a place to trash it. But there is that treasure hunting element where you don't know. You might find a safe, you might find cash, you might find jewelry, you might find brand new Nikes like I did. And you're getting it in volume. So Clay and I are thinking about doing more storage units. And the thing is, like, you get a lot of items that aren't really worth listing on eBay. Maybe they're worth $10-15. But we have a flea market, or plus what Scott was saying, we have a flea market near us, which we could take it out there on maybe a Sunday or a Saturday and liquidate a lot of that real quickly. We could also do some live auctions, which is what Scott's saying. Maybe Clay and I can auction some stuff off, lot it up together on here for people, you know, clothing, because you find a lot of clothing in storage units. And, you know, we've been listing a lot of clothing, but I don't know. It might be more fun to lot a lot of that stuff up and auction it or take it to the flea market, and then, you know, figure out how to make videos, because those videos are horrible, but maybe I can make some better videos and try to
we
learn.
can for sure get down. Yeah.
So what are you thinking, Clay? Because the thing is, my replenishables are doing great.
Because I bought, well, some of you might know, I bought stuff from a storage unit from our buddy here in Dallas, Justin, and just in the last few weeks ago, I told Brian, you know, it's like I'm doing more clothes kind of, because I kind of follow how he goes. But I kept saying, I was like, I kept having this feeling like I should keep, when I can, you know, do some storage units, you know, or whatever, because it just seems like it's fun and you can get more stuff, you know.
Well, I did one too.
We've not spent anything, and we've made decent. Even I've spent more than you. You've bought all yours for less than what I have, and mine's not the best buy, but I'll make money. And if you just go on the purchase price, I'm going to make money, you know. And it's a good live and learn sort of, you know.
Yeah, I've never lost money on a storage unit. I probably bought 8 or 9 by now. They are more hard work, and you're gonna get a lot of stuff that you don't. The downside to that is you're gonna get a lot of stuff that's worth some money, but you really don't want to list it.
Yeah.
And like Tuck and Chris, they go to flea markets to source, and they're looking for storage unit guys. So the storage unit, and even Tuck on a recent podcast was saying how he's in a way almost kind of jealous of those guys, because they're getting cash for those items, and
that'd be the best part.
And they're done with it in a day or a weekend.
Right.
So what I think we would do is go into it together, because it is easier with 2 people, especially 2 guys. You can move furniture and whatnot, and we have fun. I mean, you can see our videos. We're goofy while we're doing it. We can make some content, and I think we would divvy up some of the cream of the crop stuff, and either do YouTube auctions to get rid of the rest of it, which could still be good stuff, like kind of like the jeans that Matt's telling us, or take it to Traders Village, set up out there, and just, you know, sell it and liquidate it for cash.
That'd be interesting on the jeans, to take some jeans out there to see how that works.
Well, I think these jeans, we've got a little bit too much money in it to probably go out there. But like, if you get a storage unit and it's loaded with clothing, because think about, like, the one you said, not the Nike unit, but the other one with the Adidas, the athleisure wear.
Yeah.
I think that unit was like $80 or $100, and we probably
had total for both of us.
What do you think? Probably 200-300 pieces of clothing in that unit.
Oh, I mean, if I scrolled through my eBay store, I bet I still got 30 or 40 things. If I looked at my spreadsheet, I don't know. We had a bunch, 100, 250 each or something.
Yeah, let's just say, even if there were 300 pieces of clothing, which I'm pretty sure there was, at least 300 pieces of clothing in that unit, not to mention the hard goods.
We had a few. Yeah.
And you pay $100. I mean, in it like 30 cents a piece of clothing. So even if you take that out to the flea market, or you lot it together, like if we do it live, maybe you put 10 polo shirts together, you do an auction, and they pay for the shipping, or you take it to the flea market. Even you could sell it at wholesale prices. You could probably triple your money, and then you can go get another storage unit.
Yeah.
And, so and it's fun too. It's just fun, and I think that's kind of the thing. Like, I like being able to do clothing, and I know I can shift gears to that at any time, but it gets a little boring just in here all day by myself listing. I know Clay gets tired of that. So,
and that's why he and I, we butt heads, because like we're more alike, but yeah, it's like I can't sit there all day alone. Like I'd rather make less money Ubering, than what you once you get the eBay rolling, because I got to be around people.
Yeah.
Like I want to not, again, as I say, people in my family have killed themselves. It makes me want to eat a gun. It's just like maddening to sit there all day, and like this is good. But like I'm keeping my bubble small, but Brian's part of my bubble, so
Yeah. And I can do it. Like I'm a little bit more okay with doing it than Clay, but I think like even if we did a unit a week, maybe it's one day to process the unit, and then sort it, and then divvy it up, and the rest of the week could still be listing the stuff in the unit. And then you have a day, maybe a day to either auction or a day to go to the flea market. And even if you did one unit a week, it could be fun. And then you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. And then because there's still other questions that we've got to get answered, because we can do like the auctions like here, and then sit down with Justin and learn the high bid and do our own high bid stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe eventually. Also, I was watching this guy Jeff, eBay Addicts is his channel, and his thing is he interviews people for like an hour, and they're not always eBay. Like he's the one that I told you, he and his brother both are medical couriers at night, and make good money. And he had that lady Mel that I always talk about, the Australian. Today he had, I know you'll know this guy, Walter Knobloch, who's pretty big, like 70 something thousand in Amazon and real helpful. And Walter was like, we'll talk about it more, but I'll have to rewatch it. He's like, yeah, it's getting harder maybe for smaller sellers. So have more ways to get rid of things. And then it made me just now think, like, is Shopify where basically you sell your own stuff off your own website, right?
Yeah, they help you create a website for yourself. Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe eventually we also have, I don't know.
But you have to drive traffic there, which Shopify stock is a great stock to own, but yeah, you got to drive your traffic there. But it's an option.
The channels, that's where that could help. Yeah, too bad you can't put in your eBay listing, check out my website.
So I think we're gonna start mixing in some storage units. And it doesn't mean you can't go garage sales too are kind of fun. Like just kind of mix it up.
True. I figure we'll go back to doing that more together. And that'll be a part of kind of the, like, it's like maybe your shoes that day and I'm looking for hard goods. Or it's like, ooh, this is cheap shoe. How we also talked about, these are $2 shoes. They're $15 on eBay. Let's sell them for $8 to $10 at the flea market.
Right. And we could also do full day thrift marathons.
Yeah. And have more for the auctions.
Possibly, or we're just selective and cherry picking on those days, just things that we want to have really good ASP.
Yeah,
but just mixing it up. Like we got these wholesale jeans, and they're great. They're good. Like I mean, like I said, I sold like 9 jeans yesterday.
That's awesome.
I think some of them I sourced on my own, and some were from this wholesale deal. But just be able to mix it up. So I think our plan is let's get our jeans listed, and we both have some shoes we got from Greg. Get our shoes and jeans listed, and then we're gonna start doing garage sales and like just what. But then you got to figure out with the whole COVID thing too. Like maybe we do storage units until we're vaccinated and it's safe. But long term, storage units, garage sales, occasional thrift days where we go all over the Metroplex. And just kind of do like we did, where we had fun, we sourced some good stuff, and those days not getting listing done, and that's okay. It's okay, but we're getting a lot of stuff.
Because I think part of it with this summer, like maybe my enthusiasm for reselling, like it changed because we weren't doing as much together. And I'm not blaming you. You found a model that worked for you, but then I was like, that wasn't a path I was gonna follow as much. Like I'm still glad I joined Chris's group, and I'll go back to it at some point because it got me going more, and like I met Matt, you know, and I was like, hey, what if we did jeans, you know, and like, you know, like it's helped, but like, yeah, this I think is a better combo for both of us, probably, you know, to just,
Yeah, I think we were just kind of bored just doing jeans all day, every day. Which, you know, it's smarter to do it that way, but
because then
I don't
it
know.
felt more like, to me, it became just more job, which it is, but you know, I'd rather
But the thing is, I think what pulled me in originally, and why I'm wearing this helmet liner, is it's the treasure hunting, which is fun
yeah,
about
yeah,
thrifting, and it's feeling more like just a straight business, which is great. I mean, and I know if I ever needed to, I could just switch completely to
yeah,
that, like jeans or clothing. But I also want to mix in some cool, unique finds: the Ronald McDonald's, the helmets. When the storage unit, you never know what's in there. If you get an old, vintage, dusty storage unit, you could. I think the guys say that for about every 50 storage units you do, you're going to hit it like a home run grand slam. You're going to get a unit that can carry you for a whole year. Like, you're going to make so much money. They're
man,
not
yeah,
all like that, but
no,
it's
but
like anything
all we
else. The
got is,
more,
yeah, just give me one, yeah, like every now and then,
and it's fun, and it is fun. And a storage unit is definitely better with two people doing it, like the work. Like, a lot
yeah,
of these guys have crews they hire to help them, so
because
they can do
me,
it.
all the stuff that I got from Justin took me, God, forever. And I'm still kind of going through now in detail, you know, but we would have knocked that out in like, you know,
So what
one
do
of
you
those.
what do you think, Scott? And Scott's the one pushing us to do the YouTube auctions. Like, if we so if we lotted up some clothing and some hard goods, we could just have a day where Clay and I do some auctions, so we can do more storage units, so that we can then flip it on the YouTube auctions. Kind of like Mr. Buys a Lot. Scott told me about. He's got a pretty good channel.
I watch
Try it.
him, yeah, because I learned, I
Yeah, we
know I
can.
keep saying his name, but Tommy and Tracy, he's in their chat a lot. And so I then found out about him, and he does them he has been, it looked like every day, you know, whatever. I can't think of
Right.
his name right now, Mr. Buys a Lot. I'm blanking on
Well,
it,
like
but
Scott said, try it. So I think we should try it. So we're gonna get through
yeah,
these jeans. It'll probably take us, I'm guessing, what, about 2 weeks. Then we're
yeah,
gonna find us the unit, and we're gonna do it. And then once we do the unit, we'll sort it, process it, and then we'll figure a day for a live auction. Now we do need to look into, like, I mean, I've looked at a few auctions, but like, figure out the logistics of it.
yeah. And do we
Like,
want to? I'd rather, it seems like, I don't know, we could go there. They are doing some in-person auctions because Justin went the other day. I'd rather, at least right now, we've had luck just doing the online, you know, whatever.
there's an auction house that I go to, a little honey hole, just for sourcing, but they also
Oh yeah, to process it.
buy.
Yeah, that way
Yeah, they
too.
also buy. So
See, there's the different parts of, like, yeah, I'm gonna write down
I think it would be fun to try a YouTube auction. And maybe it probably, what the heck popped up? It probably takes a while to build an audience and a following. Like, probably when we first do it, we might only have a couple people that are actually even interested. I don't know.
well,
But
and if we need to, maybe we look around and they're like, well, is it good to try to, maybe our first one, go on with, like, maybe I'm not subscribed, but this guy, his channel is like 9 Pound Hammer. And for a while, he was hosting a lot of people who were doing their auctions, you know? And then there's also a guy every night, I feel like, oh, what's his name? He goes on with Art Vandelay, who I love, if you watch Seinfeld. We're competing with Harry right now. Harry's having a happy hour. But there's this guy, there's some guy that does I can picture his logo, but he does a lot of January House. That's his name. So, like, yeah, maybe we pick some of their brains too. But like I said, if we need to, you know, or get them to come on your, you know, whichever channel we do it on to help grow it.
yeah,
hook up with
Yeah, I
someone.
like it.
Yeah.
So I think our game plan, let's get these jeans and shoes knocked out, and we'll like we've done that on a couple units together. We're both looking, and there's also the in person. Like we went to some in persons with Danica and Grimes Finds was there. There's in person auctions too. So there's lots of avenues. Just to mix things up, I guess is what it comes down to. But it could be interesting, like if we start doing the volume, that we're more the wholesale type people. And of course, we
Yeah.
resell some of it, but like a lot of good stuff, we just start auctioning it, and that gives us the ability to do more and more units. And we're hoping to find one with some cash, some jewelry, some big home
Like
runs.
Justin did, yeah.
Yeah, and then start figuring out how to do better content to make videos, because those videos do better.
Yeah.
Of course, my video making's horrible, but hopefully with anything, like you get better over time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure we will.
And not to throw shade, because I took his course and I think it was worth it. I was actually the first person that signed up on Wade's Ventures.
That's right. I got to
His
watch. I
videos-
only watched a little, so that's now on my list. Yeah.
But like his videos, honestly, are kind of dull. I guess you don't have to have the biggest, most flamboyant personality to have a successful channel. Is what I'm thinking. Because I always wonder. Like I don't feel like nobody even wants to watch. Why would anybody watch my videos? But
Yeah.
a lot of that is just confidence. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like I'm in therapy right now.
So, Brian, tell me,
Yeah,
where
let's
do you
start
feel
it.
the anxiety in your body?
I can't feel it anywhere. The helmet liners.
The helmet, yeah.
The
It's
haunted helmet.
also, Scott, this isn't against you, but for the longest time, the only Scott that I think I'm even know, not people I grew up with, is Scott Dumpster Diving Dad. So like during the first 10, 15 minutes of this, he's saying Scott. And I'm like, oh, you mean, is it Eifler? Is that how you say it? But at first I kept thinking like, Scott's not on this call or whatever,
Yeah, Triple T.
Eifler.
Yeah, when we first started doing our lives, it was me, Clay. Well, this is dangerous.
You can say, I don't care.
Dad, Scott, and then
And
Kevin,
Kevin.
aka the Thrifting Lounge. And we did for probably a couple months.
Yeah, you and I did a couple alone, and then they said they'd come on if we wanted. And so, yeah, about, more than that, because lockdown came and we did it for at least part of the last part of March and part of April. And then it kind of shifted to the happy hour. That is a little creepy. It's maybe more the makeup, Oh, maybe keywords. You should go back and add in John Wayne Gacy or something, So if anybody not that he dressed up as Ronald McDonald, but he did dress up he performed at kids' parties as a clown.
Right on.
My students were fascinated by that guy. Some were like, wait, what's his name? I'm going to go home and look him up. And I'm like, John Wayne Gacy. I was like, go home, look it up. I was like, he actually gave to charities and volunteered at kids' hospitals dressed as a clown while being a serial killer.
Oh, by the way, so coming back to the beginning, where the haunted, scary auction, like I spent $96 total for the helmet liner, the Ronald McDonald doll, the Germany figurine, the haunted Edwardian dress, and there was also some Corningware pots and pans. That comps on those are like $75. I paid $10 for those. So all that together at that auction, I paid $96, and it could be worth, depending on what the dress and some other things go for, it could be $500, $600, $700, $800 worth of gross sales. So, not bad.
Heck no.
Yeah, and that all right, and this is the thing. America
dumpster diving, yeah.
Has a good point. That storage auctions and
doing that too, yeah.
like Chris was talking. Gosh, I don't know when. I don't know if it, this morning or maybe it was on a podcast. They all begin to blur, but like he shared how much he makes. Now Chris is the smartest eBay, Hillman Tech are the smartest eBay sellers, and I think he has the most actionable information on YouTube. And he's got a big channel. But with all that being said, he shared that he only netted, or I don't know if it's gross or net, but he made 33,000 on AdSense for a year. Which, I mean, that's pretty good. But he said Wade's Venture shared with, not Wade's Venture, What the Hells, which is the big storage unit channel, that they made $1 million in AdSense last year. Now, keep in mind, you got a big personality, right? And the guy, and then he's got a cute wife or girlfriend.
Georgie, yeah,
she's really cute. So I mean, you've got
and
a lot going on there.
Together.
They've got charisma and they're funny, so that obviously helped. But $1 million, think about that, and he's not giving any or very little actionable. It's just people want to know what's in the box.
And they're auctions. They're good live auctions and just live shows. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of the model. I think that's a more model we want to go into, and just have some fun and maybe try to grow YouTube a little bit more, because that's what I started with and I got away from it, and I've just been doing lives, which are cool. I like the social aspect element and talking, reselling, but it could be fun to try a little bit more content, both of us, and figure that out.
Well, it's that deal we flipped kind of. I've not made many videos, but I made a couple edited, and then more of my just vloggy sort of, or whatever.
Right. And my son Justin,
I want to make more because it's fun now that I can edit a little bit. I mean, I know how to do it on my phone. I mean, like, I know that, like, if I needed to, like, be like Justin,
videos on how to edit too.
Yeah, but like Justin, I know if I had 119 clips like he did on one video, we could do that. It's not like it really isn't that hard. I just don't necessarily have the best, like material necessarily.
Right.
But that's confidence too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just learning, like whatever it is, like we've learned how to resell. So dabbled in this, maybe we need to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And go down that road. And Scott says we would be great at auction. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I mean,
because like I said, I think we just do well together. That's what I think.
Yeah,
that's could help on the YouTube a lot, because like eventually maybe it'll be like we'll actually be button heads in person or something, and people will see that and we want to do them or something, and not just how like normally we'll goof off, because most of the time, like when we're in person, we're always good. We never argue or butt heads on the phone, lives, or actually in the same room. It's over text that we're butt heads to each other. That's something to talk about in therapy. Why is it? Because it's disconnected. That's why. Because it's easier. There you go. There's therapy talk, people.
And I think I was just like, I was so wanting to be like a tech and sports, and I think I could be.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I don't know if I want to be, just because you could be. Like my eBay, like my sales are great. They're better than they've ever been, and like I don't know if I need $5,000 a day in sales. I mean, it would be great, but like that's all you can do.
5,000 a week would be great, if not more. I mean, right? 5,000 a week. That's 250,000, isn't it? If you took 2 weeks off, right?
500
times. If you did 5,000 a week, that'd be 250,000 a year, isn't it?
And I've got to say, like my daily gross sales numbers are over. I'm averaging over $800 in gross sales per day in January. So it's kind of like, for me, that's a lot, because keep in mind, Clay and I used to be teachers. So we maybe could make 50, 60,000 a year. And like looking at my numbers as they're pushing, like I'm like, oh my gosh, if I hit $1,000 a day, and that's the other thing, my replenishables are going so great that it gives me the ability to that's where this kind of started with, like, okay, if my replenishables are killing it, then the reselling should be a little bit more fun, and let's do some different things. And I think that's what kind of started it.
Yeah. Our talk the other day, I mentioned, well, because I was pulling up at my storage unit and I said something, and yeah, it's like right now you have your replenishables. I have not eBay. I have Uber, that can help, pay the bills till I get into some sort of replenishables and more of my, even if it's sporadic eBay,
Right.
But doing the auctions, I mean the storage units, then I should be able to my goal would just be like 6 to 10 things a day, just plug along, and some replenishables, and then some Uber, maybe not every day, but twice a week.
We do the YouTube auction, or we do the flea market, one of the two, and move a lot of it and get cash. That would
and
be
then
nice.
the flea market, the
flea market is great. It just I don't feel comfortable right now.
No, same here.
4,000 people a day dying. That's the latest number. But eventually, once probably by sometime in the summer, hopefully we can do that.
Scott, part of me wants to say I'm doing Uber, so but I'm in contact with one person at a time, and I can roll the windows down between, and
that would still make me real nervous.
Oh, it does.
You got to, right?
Yeah, I don't have a choice, because otherwise there's no. I mean, I just don't pay the bills. Then I am living off my parents, and I ain't gonna do that. Yes, I'm spoiled people, but not a spoiled brat. My parents are divorced, but mom inherited money and dad worked his ass off for his, but I don't want to live on their money. If I inherit any of it, then I get to create a charity, and it's going to help with human trafficking. That's the goal too.
Yeah, Scott says you guys do Calm and Collective. I think we're good at Calm and Collective. He said we don't need to, but he was talking about like tech and sports.
We don't need to, but hey, buddy, we don't need to.
You can make a really good living, and that's the thing. I don't want to work 7 days a week for 10 years straight. Like, I do want to take vacations, and I do want some time off. And I think it's amazing what he does, but even if you do 10% of what he does, you can still be very comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Who do we have here? Just to serve blending. Hey,
I know. I just like, who are you and where are you, if you don't mind? I always like to learn names. And Scott, sorry, Scott, I like your Terminator look. If I didn't say that the other day,
it is cool look. Yeah, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah. Scott, also here, like Brian's a big dude. Like, how tall are you, Brian? 6'3" right? 6'4". And like I don't necessarily feel like it because I'm just used to being around him enough. But like, Scott, are you also tall? You look like when you're at your desk, at least you look like you're at least. I'm 5'11" something or whatever. But you look broad shouldered and big barreled chest like Brian. Like in real life, people wouldn't even mess with you.
Scott's a really good guy, man. Scott's a good guy. And the morning chats, like he's real active and he's talking a lot. Like, I'm glad Scott's in the group.
Oh,
yeah, the flea market auction. Yeah, but maybe it's a combo or one or the other.
There you go, cat. The cat went in her fort. Oh. Scoogy, I was going to get you on camera.
Yeah, Scott's right. And it's like been proven, whether you're talking about biblical, you rest on the Sabbath, or just like psychologically, and I know for me, anecdotally, that I'm fresher when I take a day or even 2 days off, or when I take a vacation, a week off. You just come back ready to go. Yeah, Scott's 6'2". Yeah, he's a big guy. Jewelry community plus Bible study. Yeah, exactly, right. So I take Sundays off. It's like a biblical thing. Plus, it's good, to recharge. Jewelry community. Yeah, jewelry. I do quite a bit of jewelry myself. A lot of fashion jewelry. Yeah, so I don't know. It's 6:30. That's kind of it. That our scary auction haul. We have the Vietnam helmet. We got Ronald McDonald's taking a nap back there, and we got the Edwardian dress. All from an auction. There's so many ways to source, guys, and That's the other thing. Clay laughs at me because I switch things up all the time. I think I don't know if I have ADHD or something. I just want to do different things, and there's so many ways to resell.
Yeah.
But storage units are fun. I think that was one of my, like, once I got a hold of those, I really liked them. And when Clay and I did it, it was
Yeah, in the spring. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, we keep saying over spring break we were going to do. I was going to say Corona, but that's when Corona shut us all down. We were going to do our shoe trips, but we had also like started to, we were going to gear up more into the storage units, and then Corona came, and that we just totally forgot about. And then I guess like in May or June we went to the one caravan, but we were kind of like. And we just kind of forgot, and it stuck in my head or whatever.
The online auctions, and I kind of did that through the summer, which was
you
great.
did that, yeah.
It carried me through the summer, and then I kind of got back into thrifting, like in the fall, and then it went into hypergear with Chris and Tech, just trying to like be a listing machine. And I don't know. So I think we're kind of coming around full circle back to storage units and garage sales, and maybe we do a thrift rent. Like we can. I don't really want to put a limit on it. Is guess what I'm saying? We can just see how it goes, and do all, or maybe we just do storage units. I guess it depends on how well. I think if the auctions went well and the flea market went well, I think storage units will be the most fun. And storage units has the most potential for striking gold, I think. But
along, like we say, we just do some of the other random because we want to, and to keep our stores kind of like feeding it enough. And then the flea market, like we talked about, that's where Gerardo and other people come into play. So after we go out the first however long, then it's like me and Gerardo, or you and Gerardo, or Gerardo and one of his buddies or something, and then we're at another unit, or you're on a trip and I'm Ubering, or we're going to garage sales that day because, like literally someone like Gerardo he'd help us some at least, or he'd help us find people that we can trust, to sell it, stuff like that.
That's interesting, America. Yeah, actually, I've watched his
the
video.
soul guy, yeah.
He was kind of my inspiration. There was that's what we've done everything. There was a while when I was just doing, probably for 6-9 months, I was just doing shoes. Like you can make 6 figures just doing shoes. And I still sell a lot of shoes. I got shoes to list behind me. He's a really smart dude. He's out in Fort Worth, and I know Chris and him are friends. But see, that's my thing. Like, there's a model. You could just do shoes.
And we thought about, once Renzi, we were like, look at them. Yeah.
But I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling some storage units. Maybe do a little bit more garage sales, just kind of mixing it up. And I think the storage units would be good for content, give us more content, more things to talk about. And if we could do, like Scott keeps saying, if we can do the live YouTube auctions, we can help other resellers with inventory. We can be more of the wholesale. Like we wouldn't need to get the full price you could sell it for on eBay. And as people sold clothes on eBay and dabbled in other items, we kind of have an idea of what things are worth. So if we get units at a good enough price, we can, sell it wholesale, help out other people, and we can make some money and just keep rinsing and repeating.
Right.
So I think that's the plan. Tino, the supervisor.
Tino,
all right, guys. Well, it's getting late. I went a little half an hour past, but it was good. Thanks for dropping by. If you haven't smashed the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified. And I think we're going to be doing more content, more lives, maybe more other videos once we maybe I'll bring out some more what solds and whatnot. All right. Well, everybody have a good weekend, and be careful when you're sourcing haunted items. We're out. Peace.